When you created your slab, there's a good possibility that the slab itself has picked up the texture of the canvas from underneath of it, especially if you flipped the clay over in that process of creating the slab. As you can see in the video, I am taking a metal rib and I am just smoothing off the texture from my slab. I am barely applying any pressure because I do not want to create any grooves or even thin out the clay with my metal rib. Once I have done one side, I'd flip it over and I'd take care of the other side because both sides would end up with some texture on them, especially the side that is touching the actual canvas when it was being rolled out. Now that I have removed all of the texture from my slab, I went ahead and put my initials into the clay, but I made sure to put it right in the middle of where I knew I was going to be working. If I'm not 100% sure where my piece is going to be cut out, I can wait and put my initials later on. If you'll notice in this video, I just put down my paper template that is already cut out to the exact size that I need my slab to be. I smoothed it down so that it laid flat, and then I'm trimming away all of the edges with my fettling knife. If I feel that I can't get a straight line with my fettling knife, I can go ahead and use a wooden rod or a ruler of some sort to help me keep that straight line. Also, I'm going to try to use as much of my slab as possible so I don't have to keep rolling out more. So in this case, I had enough left over that I could do one of my other pieces for my paper template and not have to roll an individual slab for that section. One final thing I want you to notice is how I try to keep my fettling knife straight at all times. You don't want to angle it in or out because then it would create a beveled edge on your clay, and that's not something you want. Notice on this piece I put my initials. I added them in again later so that it would be on each piece of my project. If you are adding any textures to your slab, it is important that you go ahead and do this while the slab is still in the plastic stage. So for this instance, I may use a PVC pipe that has hot glue gun designs onto it and roll it like a stamp to create my design. I may use other tools like wooden tools that have ridges formed into them that are bought pre-made and fabricated in that way, or other tools that I find across the room. These are not my only options. I could take this PVC pipe design and allow that to be my design for multiple different options or varieties. So if you'll notice in this next slab that I show you, I start with the PVC pipe, but it's going to be a completely different arrangement of my designs. And I don't have to be very linear either. I could also make things that are curved. It's up to you and how you use those textures or combine multiple textures together.